Ha. Yeah. Y'all know what time it is. So just sit back and relax because the show's about to start. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Down to Earth Talk, real life talk show for real life people. We're here to bring joy into the world. Life is full of difficult situations, and we want to bring a little joy. We know that joy is you, so we are here for you. With me, as always, is Chris Cheek, our Seniors Program Director, and Sherry Mitchell, our janitor. Janitor and Chief Equipping Officer. This is a special episode because it's not live. You guys are probably seeing this recorded, and we are talking about Thanksgiving. This is our first annual Thanksgiving episode. What are you guys' plans for Thanksgiving? What are you guys doing?
Oh my goodness, I'm actually really excited. I am heading up to Oregon, going to get to see my family and love on lots of my friends. I get to go. It's been over a year that I've seen everyone up in Oregon, and I'm excited. When I'm there, I'm going to connect with people, but at the same point, I get to preach a few services like 4, which I'm excited about, and
A few.
all in the same day. I get to share the love of Jesus and bring about His word. I'm humbled to be able to have the opportunity. So, how about you, Sherry?
Well, I'm cooking. And
Ooh.
being that we've added someone to our family, he has said, "Have you ever made homemade dressing?" I said, "You mean stuffing?"
You mean stovetop?
Dressing. Well, no. How do you make that? Forget it. So I Googled it, and so I'm trying some Southern homemade dressing recipe that I found. And then he said, sweet potato custard. I went, yeah. Is that like pudding? He said, no. How do you make pies? I buy them in a box and I put them in the oven. What's wrong with that? Stovetop, you use the turkey juice, and it tastes just like it's out the box. I'm cooking. And then there's a chance that this new we may go meet his family. I'm not sure. So I'm a little nervous about that.
Oh.
Just a little nervous.
We're doing Thanksgiving at our apartment, but because our apartment is so small, we're renting the clubhouse. So
if nothing else, you could move down to the pool area. I mean, if you had to.
Well, outside.
Yeah.
That's perfect California Thanksgiving. Perfect California holidays, right? Like in the sun. Just chilling at the pool. The little turkey bacon next to you in the little seat.
Turkey bacon?
The
best kind of bacon.
BACON?
We got into town yesterday. Do you know what they had here, Sherry? Yesterday that we couldn't afford the tickets for, but we wanted to.
What?
The Arizona Bacon Fest.
Oh my gosh.
A bacon fest? Yes, sign me up. What are you guys thankful for? What in this season of Thanksgiving? It's easy to just say family and friends and all that. Let's get deep and get real. Like, what are we thankful for this year?
I was looking at all the pictures of everything that happened this last week at all of our centers and communities. When I watched the video you made, Chris, I cried. Not gonna lie. And then I looked at everyone else, and I'm really grateful for the people in our lives. And that's maybe that's too general family, but I don't know. In my heart and in my mind, it's like something that started so small has expanded, and it's just heartwarming to see people coming together and our lives meshing. I'm really grateful for that.
I was really excited about the teamwork that it took to even allow the Escondido to take place like that. Each one of the staff from the office, like management, they wanted to be involved, and so they each went and cooked a turkey, cooked it, and then brought it. We had plenty of turkeys. It was cool to see the office staff get behind it, and not only get behind it, but they wanted to be a part of it. They were like they put time out of their week, and they said, we're gonna be there. It's just really cool to be able to serve. Like, that's one of my favorite things, when they're like, oh hey, I'll get that or whatever, and it's to be able to interrupt them and say, hey, I love doing this part. Don't take that away from me. Like, I get to come be here. What we're doing is seen, and not only seen, but felt, in a major way. And it was a good time. It's a good time. And we were able.
I think that.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Chris.
Oh, I was going to say, we were able to bring Victor up from San Diego to assist and help, and so he got in there and just kind of worked it out, and a lot of the people that we're helping, they're like, we know Victor knows what he's doing in the kitchen because you can just tell, right? And I'm like, good, because that's what we wanted. So,
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It touched my heart. You could, and we all have worked like jobs, just I guess traditional jobs, and it's like you see people that they're just there to do their job and then they leave. But in every one of the pictures that I seen in the video that I seen, people weren't just there to just do their job. There's a difference between like, I'm all in and I care versus I'm here. I leave at 5.
Yeah.
It's time to go now.
That's one of the things the seniors at Villa Escondido this last week, when Chris and I went up to Villa Escondido, one of the things that
La Valencia.
Sorry. But one of the things that the seniors there said was that like they could tell everyone that comes, we've had Sherry, you've been a coordinator there. We've had a couple different coordinators go through, and now Chris and I are kind of taking the reins on that. But they said every one of the coordinators that comes through, you can tell they really, really care about us, that it's not just a job, that people actually care about us. And I think seniors can recognize that a little bit more than kids can sometimes, because seniors are left, go off over here and do your thing over here. And sometimes they're some of the most loneliest people in the world. And when somebody genuinely comes in, and that's what I shared. If I can say what I'm thankful for, I'm thankful. I'm so thankful for ATAP. Like, I'm so thankful for ATAP. And 7 or 8 years ago, coming across an ad on Craigslist and answering that ad and then accepting the job and not quitting and not leaving, because I'm thankful for the family that we have around ATAP, right? Like, when I moved to California, and I felt I'd never felt alone, but I felt alone, and I didn't have people. Coming from a place in Oregon where I had people around me, I had come from a large family, and I have always had friends over, and we always had people around. Like, you come to California, and especially when you're all alone, there's just nothing. There's no one around. And what I found with ATAP was family. And even this last week, I got a message from a couple of kids I used to work with at Hermosa Vista, wishing me a happy Thanksgiving and just checking in and seeing how I was doing, and they're gone, old and older now. They're not kids anymore, and they've moved out. But it just makes me feel good, knowing that, I found this extended family, and then I have my family now that's a lot more, I have Chris, my brother from another, that has moved down and has joined in this with me. I have my wife, who's participating with this with us. And now I have my parents that are retired, and they come down and are constantly helping us with stuff. And so it just meshes into a larger family. And I love that I've gotten that. And so when I say family, I don't mean just my blood family or my by marriage family, right? But I mean like our ATAP family. I'm so thankful for our ATAP family and what it's done for my life. And even the other day, Deanna said, posted on Facebook, she said, "I love my job." And I responded, I said, "We love you," because we really do.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. And Sherry, that's something that you put into this many years ago, that you said, I don't want to lose that touch. I don't want to lose that place of we care about each other and we're for each other, and I don't want to become corporate and stuffy. And
I think you can run a business like this.
Yeah.
Wrap your arm around somebody's neck and
give them a noogie.
Yeah. Hey, you want me to show you something Emily just made for you, Danny?
Yeah.
Can you see that? Okay.
Danny, okay. Hold on, let me click on it.
Aww.
She said, "Give that to Danny."
That's awesome. All right, Chris, you're up.
Oh man, it's one of those things. I'm thankful that with all things are possible. I hear an echo. I don't know. But with all things are possible, that my family has increased and grown. Can you guys hear the echo?
No.
I can.
Oh, I can't.
It's crazy. Let's try it like that. But as my family has grown, and that's something that can be difficult, is when, like, honestly, God enlarges your heart for more people. And so I'm thankful that my family has grown, that I've met people that I would have never met before had I not been faithful to what God had called me to do. Not as an individual, but honestly, as my family has come and been a part and backs me, right? Like in doing what we as the Cheeks, right, are called to do. And when it comes to being thankful, I'm thankful that my wife is, she deals with a chronic illness, but today's a good day, so I'm thankful for that. And I know that, Danny, you were like, don't just say family and friends, but like,
Oh man, I'm thankful for my wife, and this is the first year I've gotten to say that as she rolls her eyes at me. I'm thankful for my wife.
Nice one, Sherry.
So thankful for my wife.
You like that?
Yeah,
I tried.
Exactly what you look like here when I said that. Go ahead, Chris.
But I'm thankful for what God is doing with my family, with ATAP, and with what's coming in the future. And just to highlight a little bit of what I'm thankful for is Corey and I are doing a lot of different marriage counseling right now with different couples. And I could say it's exhausting, but it's really exhilarating. And it really is just kind of like exciting to see them grow, even within a month, going from a certain place of almost like hopelessness or devastation to a place where they're like, for example, I asked one of the couples, I'm like, 1 out of 10 being the best, where are you at right now as a couple? And they're like 8.9, and I'm like, dude, that's awesome. Praise God. And it's not like we have a curriculum that goes break, right? But it's more identifying the couple, what's going on, and then meeting them at their need. Meeting them at their need of where they're at, and go, okay, what can we do? What tools can we give you to help overcome where you're at? And so it's really fun. For me, it's really fun to see chains be broken. It's really fun to see, old mentalities kind of taken away to where they can operate and function, forgive one another, restore one another, and go through the process of like getting healthy. And it's not as if Corey and I are going after it and making sure that, oh, we're pulling all these people in, but rather they're able to recognize and go, okay, that's a healthy marriage. And honestly, I attribute a lot of that to Corey's parents. I attribute it to my parents. I attribute it to the men of God who have spoken into my life and showed me, demonstrated to me like what a healthy marriage is. And so one of the approaches that Corey and I have when we do marriage counseling is I'll talk to the couple and I'll say, listen, when you decide that you want to get counseling through us, number one, it's going to be biblical. I mean, that's just what we're going to do. But number two, you're going to receive an inheritance of what we've been given, because we understand mindsets. We know that things can be passed down from generation to generation, whether it be like a poverty mindset, but it also can be a positive mindset of someone that excelled and went beyond. And like my parents, they just celebrated their 51st anniversary, right? And then Corey's side, Corey's mom and dad, they were together until Ron passed away. And so when Corey and I come as a unit, yes, we've had our struggles, and yes, we've had our things that we've had to overcome, but we're able to kind of bring that depth of relationship where it's not just the honeymoon side of things, but it's like a mature depth of love. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just really thankful that, you know, God's using us as a couple to be able to help people.
I'm thankful I have a lot of feelings.
You're a dork. Tell us about a dork, Danny. Tell us about a dork.
All my feelings. If you look up dork in the dictionary, I guarantee you're going to see this face here.
You know what? Last year, one of the things I'm personally thankful for is a fresh start.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because, you know, last year was really hard with a horrible divorce, and no, I didn't even want to live anymore. That's how I felt, depressed. And you guys have always kept me encouraged, and you text me out of nowhere, both of you, and say, praying for you today. And I was like, oh my God, I just wanted to crawl under the bed and stay there for 5 weeks. And so that was really hard.
Yeah.
And like during, especially when like someone's either died or you've gone through a divorce, and or maybe the spouse just up and left you and you didn't even know. Like, you know, in the holidays, and maybe this is, I don't know if someone's watching, and maybe this is like the first holiday you're spending without someone you thought that it was. Someone told me one time, everything comes to pass. So I was where I was, but that's not going to stay that way. I wasn't in a place of hope or joy or any of that. I had Jesus. I still do. You know, I love him, but I was just depressed and down. But in this last, I don't know, 8 months or so, God is like a year. It's been about a year. It's been the most amazing times of transformation and healing, and you know, all that happened, but I just keep hearing that one song, Just Be Held, and how your past doesn't have to dictate your future.
Yeah.
That, you know, Sherry, Danny and I even spoke to someone this last week that they wanted to make sure that we were aware that they had been through a divorce. And I was like, I just want to stop you right there. Okay. Like, divorce is not the end. And you know, I just went on and kind of explained my history and where I've been in watching God restore people, just like he's restoring you, is when a divorce happens, like, dreams die.
Yep.
And dreams of we're going to live together forever, and we're going to go do this together, and we're going to do that. And so when those divorce takes place, those dreams die, and that's where you kind of were at, is like, my dreams are dead, you know, like that. And then I
was stuck on we made a promise.
Yeah.
Like how do I not live my promise out?
Yeah.
You know, there's one keeping our promises and another not. My mind was like locked in. I don't know how to not keep my promise. What do I do?
Yeah.
You know, so it was dead dreams, yeah, but it was more of, I mean, I kind of accepted the fact of some things on the other side. It's just the way it is. I, you know, moved on that side, but I in my brain couldn't move on from something I promised.
Especially if you go, okay, the only person I can control is me, and I want to be somebody that can be counted on, and that what I say will take place. So, like, I totally understand, like, having that kind of is like a roadblock, like, you know, but it really is kind of like you said, of you want to keep your promise, but number one, the biggest promise to keep would be to follow God's leading in wherever you're at and whatever the situations are. And honestly, like, scripturally, we can go to where Jesus talks about Moses, and Moses giving a certificate of divorce because some people are just stubborn, and some people are stiff-necked, as the Bible says. And that's why God even allowed it, because some people are stiff-necked and they just are not going to learn, and they're just not going to
You
fulfill
can't
what
make
they
someone
said.
want what they don't want. So if they
Exactly.
don't want it, then, I mean, even God gives us a choice. We can choose him or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
You know what?
it's unfortunate.
In this conversation, and Danny, you can hop in here. That this is such a good point, because the holidays are hard for a lot of people, because families come together, families may be torn apart, and Danny, I just love what you're doing right now.
Sometimes people pass away. Sometimes people pass away, and like I think Sherry, you hit on it earlier about, maybe this is your first Thanksgiving without that person, and whatever the circumstance of without that person being, it's difficult, but it's important to keep our mind where it needs to be, and where this place is, what the season time is for it. And maybe you don't have anybody. Maybe you're sitting like I was 7-8 years ago, all alone. And man, there's ways you can get involved. There's places you can go to help people. And I mean, we're looking at this from a Southern California and Macon, Georgia perspective, but we have things that we'd love for you to be involved in. Just reach out to us and we can plug you into areas. But if you're not in this, reach out to us still, and we'll look for areas that might be helpful for you. If you want to get out of a slump of, man, this is tough. This is a tough. Then if it's a tough holiday for you personally, then give in to someone else. Like, help someone else to have a good holiday.
And I want to say it's absolutely true. And at the time when that person told me that, just hold on, there's going to come a day when you're not going to be here anymore, it did not feel like it. I had no vision for it. I didn't think it would ever. I thought I was going to be stuck in this. And when you're drowning in those feelings, it feels like it's never going to end. But I promise you that it ends.
Yeah.
That ends if you will keep your mind on there is hope in front of you. And if you get involved with groups like ours, find a great church wherever it is that you're going. And I'm not saying don't go out there and get like fanatical religious and all that kind of stuff, but find Jesus is relationship driven.
Yeah.
He wants it. He spoke to my heart. I had to buy a book called God's Love Language.
Yeah.
I read that, and that was pretty good. And I learned how God loved me. It didn't matter who didn't love me. God loved me. And I'm telling you, a year and a half has gone by, and I still got insecurities and things I probably will always work out, but those times of depression and wanting to die are gone.
That's good.
I want to live. I want to have hope. I want to enjoy Thanksgiving. We decorated for Christmas a month and a half early.
So good.
Yes.
That's one of the things, Danny, I love that what you and Mimi are doing also, and ATAP is on Danny's Facebook. If you're friends with him or not, he is just like, don't be alone for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, come join us.
And you've got a whole list of holiday stuff coming up.
Yeah, we have a bunch of stuff we're doing.
Ooh.
We started last week with the Christmas tree lighting at Fashion Island in Newport Beach. And that was a lot of fun. We took a bunch of kids from Newport Beach, from Village Heights there, and it was a lot of fun. My wife is over here playing altar music for December 16th. We're doing a Christmas party at Aldea Village and at La Valencia.
Yep.
We're playing Santa. We're playing bingo with Santa.
December 17th.
December 17th, I don't remember. That's a Monday, right?
That's a Sunday.
No, that's a Sunday.
That's a Sunday. We have something. It's on the list. I think December 7th, we're doing the Fontana Speedway, the driving through the lights at the Fontana Speedway. I think that's on the 17th. I don't know. I don't have my list in front of me right now.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, and the other thing that we wanted to share with you guys, we're like running out of time. I'm gonna have to edit like crazy in the next couple days, get this all in here. But we wanted to share with you some of our centers and some of the kids, the seniors, the adults, the coordinators from some of our centers, as they're sharing what they're thankful for in this holiday. And so we wanted to end that with you. And so this is ATAP Centers across the country and what they're thankful for. And we are so glad you guys are with us. We'll be back live again next week, so join us in the chat next week. Till then, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Deuces.
My name is Angelo. I'm thankful for Rebel Walk. My name is Kamira. I'm thankful for being good. My name is Trinity, and I'm thankful for the ATAP shop.
My name is Rashid, and I am thankful for ATAP.
I'm Raheem Saint, and I'm thankful for my life in ATAP. My name is Jakor, and I'm thankful for my mother and my dad. I'm thankful for my mom, my dad, and my sister.
I'm Amaru Jeffrey, and I'm thankful for my life.
I am Celeste, and I'm thankful for my friends and family.
My name is Hannah, and I'm thankful for my ATAP kids.
My name is Tatiana Harris, and I'm thankful for my life and my family.
Hi, I'm Shirley Sanchez, and I'm thankful for being here.
My name is Dora Lopez. I thank you for coming the food.
To enjoy with us.
Gracias por venir con la comida. Y en este día hay que dar gracias por todo lo que Dios nos ha dado, por todo lo que tenemos, por nuestra vida y por nuestra familia y amistades. Gracias.
I'm thankful for my family, my life, food, and Danny.
My name is Liliana. I'm thankful for my family, my life, my friends, and food. My name is Andrea, and I'm thankful for my family, friends, the food that we have in our house.
And I love my family, my friends, and food. Hi, my name is Chito, and I'm thankful for my family, my friends, my life, food, and God.
My name is Camilla, and I'm thankful for my friends, my family, everyone that cares for me.
Hi, my name is Malaya, and I'm thankful for my mom and my dad and my brother and food, because I love food and I'm thankful.
Hi, my name is Bryson Ford, and I am thankful for my cousins, my uncles, schools, and video games.
I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for food. I'm thankful for my family and food.
I'm gonna
I'm
go to my
thankful for
mom's
having
house.
a family. I'm thankful for having food. And I'm thankful for having a home.
I'm thankful for my life, the people in it, and the things God has graciously gave me.
I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for Dana. And I'm thankful for the center. And I love my family. And I love the center. I'm thankful for my family. And especially my sisters. I love them because they are sweet, nice, lovable, and that's all I just want to say. I am thankful for my family, and I am thankful for my sweet neighbors, and for a house, and for the center ladies, friends, and family. And I am thankful for food, and having a bed, and having a blanket to sleep in. I'm thankful for friends and family, and everything that God does for us.
I'm thankful for my family and my home.
I'm thankful for God and my mommy.
That I get to do with my family? I don't know. I get to just spend time with my family.
Boom.
Boom! I'm thankful for God letting us have this special time to give thanks to all that we are thankful for. I'm thankful for having a great time at Thankful Time. We're thankful everything. Spend time with my family and have greatness. Hi, I'm Jocelyn. I'm thankful for my friends and family. My name is Kevin. I'm thankful for my dog. I love him so much.
Good. All right.
Hi, my name is Eileen, and I'm thankful for my friend and my mom and my dad.
My name is Junior. I'm thankful for my family.
My name is Tanya, and I am thankful for my family, friends,